Well. Do you know? So, this week we're going to be making some stories. Well, telling stories. These are real stories in or close to the do not enter part of my brain. Yeah. Do not enter this part of my brain, but I have access to it, so I'm going to share everything in it so you don't have to go in there. Well, you're basically entering it right now. So, we're entering the do not enter section of my brain. Basically, the first thing we're going to say, so that's a long thing, well, a word, a legend of a word, a stop. Yes, it sounds like stop. And it actually is highway stop. This basically is stop. So, let's call this student R. R is Spanish, so he go to some class to go to the English class and stuff, and learned English, so some English, and then he said that he was saying a stop in the classroom because he didn't know that a stop wasn't a word, because in Spanish there's no S. It's S. That's why we call it Spanish and they call it Espano. The S part is there because Spanish doesn't use S, it uses S because it never uses S. Okay, so he calls it a stop. And then my friend, we would call E, saw him and then decided to add an A. So my friend E basically was, my friend E was saying a stopper. And annoyed R. And just saying clear, he did says. And Aura said a stop. And then E keeps saying a stopper. Basically that. And he got annoyed. He's a whole bunch of other stuff at R. And basically meaning, I'm pretty sure, I believe R might be from Mexico. Yeah, and so that's basically the stop story. And that's how we got that word today in the do not enter section. So yes, that was the first thing. So now let's go to this next memory. Talking back. So, heading back into the do not enter part of my brain, there is, basically, no denying this. Well, I don't think this ever happened. I don't know if it happened, but my teacher, my librarian, I'll call for this story, Miss S, told me, hey, you basically, I was just talking and stuff, and said everybody in class, and then at the end of the class, I believe I said this. I don't remember this, I don't remember it clearly, but I do remember it. I didn't tell my mom. I was in a bloody attitude, I believe. I said something, and she was like, did he talk back or something? I was really bloody, and that's all I remember. So do not enter. Boy, my brain really didn't want this to be that scene, so the do not enter. Yeah, basically almost demolished this memory. So, yeah. But going back to do not enter sign again. Do not enter. So next time. So yeah. So let's say you all probably miss all your friends and stuff in school. Yeah, just it. But this next story. Oh, okay. Just call this student Duck. It was the main target for my friend E that liked bullying people. They're moving, so yeah, it's not my fault. They didn't do anything with that, but so he bullied, well, W. He, and so fact that we got into this injury. So it was all in recess, and then this happened. So basically, we go down to recess, and then we go on the blacktop. So W was doing his laps, and E goes over to bother him, and I come too, and he they're taking a ball or something from him. He wasn't even supposed to be playing, but he said E said to kick it or something, and then I go over there, but I wasn't going to kick it. I was going to give it back to the W. I didn't have much time to say it. This is kind of a big story. But then, suddenly it came. He pushed me, and then my knees. One of them was badder than the other. I hit my knees on the blacktop. Ow! It hurt. I told the teacher, but the teacher didn't know that I was so serious. I told my teacher because my teacher was on history, and my teacher was called Mrs. W. So Mrs. W didn't do that much about it really until I told my mom. She was going crazy and told my teacher, Miss W, that this to take it much serious, and stuff. And then, well, W go to the office. So yeah, just telling you, Miss W and W are completely different people. Okay, just telling you. So W go to the office, and then I go to the office to talk about it. And W was in a different room, and I go in the bright. I talk to the vice principal. Okay, so yeah, I forgot her name, but yeah, okay. So yeah, we talked, and I told her everything that happened. Then I was sent back to class, and I'm pretty sure it was the day before or the day after or something that I won band-aids on my knees, and I had to sit on this chair. I had to sit on the chair there, not listening and stuff. And at home. Yeah, that's it. That story. So we know Miss W, Miss S, yeah, all those, and R. So yeah, you have all those people. Listen. So let's see if I can go back into a do not enter. The do not enter area. Do not enter. This time we're going to be going into something. So my friend E wasn't always my friend. Before in the grade, E was my enemy. So, saying that, we have to go in 3, 2, 1. Here. We are playing it again. Because it's PE. And then, suddenly, it was like, E was bullying my friend that I'll call And A actually has a YouTube channel, and it's that one that I made, the one. So A actually has a YouTube channel, and it was the one that made like the one last time I made the first video made Jeffrey react to. I think it was like TEEL, something like that. And then, so A, I was saying to him that he might sort of like bully you, and he might bully you and stuff, and and then Miss Basie, we'll call B. So Miss B comes in, she was like, I need you guys. So then we go and we go to the office. One by one, we go in to Miss B's room. So, because she was a counselor, and the counselor door was hooked to the office. So, first, so we sit there and Asher goes in, and he gets to go back, but because he saw what was happening to Miss B. But what I didn't know is that I thought that she was going to say what I did. So when it was my turn, I was saying that, what I do? And I got sent back. I was very, very sad. And my stuff got sent to the office, the same as B. So, then we go home. And the whole thing wasn't exactly over because I literally put a message to Miss B with like this thing where you put it on the card and stuff. And then she didn't even know. I told her, then I go into there and she was like, yeah. So I was supposed to go into recess time. I hate recess now at least. And so the teacher, she didn't though. I still put a note in there telling her about this story because she didn't tell me there was something good to do. And then also joined. So yeah, those are a few things I do not interest. But yeah, I also just want to say I am literally, those are something all in my do not enter sign of my thing, but yeah, that was, I'm pretty sure, except this was this was in kindergarten. I was a crazy person. It was like our first day of school, of kindergarten, never going to school. So, this might seem embarrassing, but remember, I was like a 5-year-old, literally, or a 6-year-old. Wait, so I'm a 6, and I go to school. A 6-year-old should have known this, but that was a boy, basically, didn't know. So, I go to school, and then, well, we had tables, and let's call this dude A2. So this A is not going to be the same A. It's a girl A. And her name is not the same as the TL guy. It's not. It is A. It's a girl in Miss Killian's class. Miss K. Basically, let's say Miss K. So Miss K comes. So Miss K was the teacher, and you know the death thing, right? I kissed A's hand. So I was trying to be goofy, and that was a very stupid thing to do. I don't know if I got in that much trouble, but yeah, I completely didn't know I was getting in trouble. I didn't know anything at the time. I didn't know my manners at that. But trust me, if I did that in 2nd grade, I would just hit my hand, someone's hand. Oh, I'll go to the principal's office. 2nd grade is to know, but yeah. That was another very, 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 very deep in the Do Not Enter, because deeper is hiddener, more hidden. So yeah, that's basically all of the Do Not Enter memories. So yeah. The Legend of the Lord Astapa. And that's the only word, but yeah. So all the people that we talked about today, yeah, that was all from school. I got in trouble for all those things. All those things. But there's still one more. It is, well. I go to the buddy room. It was recenter, I believe. It was at club time, and so it wasn't, yeah, kind of recent, but, and I was making annoying noises. Come on. Like, come on! And then the noises I made sent me to, okay, so, first things first, I literally hate this teacher. We'll call her Misty. So Misty, literally, so this is Scottish in C. So C, literally, me and C lost. C, it was, yeah, definitely something we didn't like in school. And so C and me were lost, and we were looking for a class, and we go inside, and our class was behind us, and then Misty. What? Go to your class! Why are you choosing people from other classes? Obviously, from what I said, I wasn't doing that. And yeah, she made me cry. But then, she was a little bit funny when I go to the buddy room. I go to the safe seat and set my head down. I wasn't crying, anything. I already knew what happened, but it wasn't what I thought happened. I go back to the classroom. I thought that I was going to stay in there for the whole entire day. Luckily, my teacher set me back. So, that's my whole story of some of my Do Not Enter memories of bad stuff happening in school. Me doing bad stuff. Well, bye.